All right, hello there, everyone. And today I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk about Brickworld Chicago and Lego conventions in general. So I've been to two Brickworlds, Brickworld Chicago 2017 and Brickworld Chicago 2018, and I just kind of felt like sitting down and talking about it, just kind of why you should go, and then some memories. So I guess mainly I'll just focus on this year, Brickworld Chicago 2018. I guess I'll just call the video like Brickworld Chicago 2018 experience. Uh, a lot to talk about, so if you guys stick around through the whole thing, I really appreciate it. I'm just kind of going to sit down and talk about it because Brickworld is one of the most important things to me, and I love it so much. So let's just get started. All right, now we're going to get into Brickworld Chicago 2018. So my friend and I at the Lego World War on Instagram, we got together and Clone Wars is our thing. And the first year we went, we did Galactic Civil War because we were inspired by Rogue One. We both love Rogue One. So this time we're like, we're gonna do a Clone Wars mock, and we did a massive Clone Wars mock. Um, I think it's my favorite mock that we've built so far. We'll see how Siege of Mandalore holds up to that, but we're also huge history guys, so we incorporated World War One and World War Two inspiration and mixed it with Star Wars. So I love that mock. Anyways, so that took us like 6 months to make. It was a lot of work, some tedious work. In the last 2 weeks before the convention, like there's like a week where we spent like 5 or 6 hours a day on it, back to back to back to back, trying to get it done. And then at the convention, we spent the first 2 days as well, just working as hard as we could on it. But like I said earlier, when the public comes and sees it, all that hard work is worth it. Fast forward to Brickworld, like I said, we get there, and we end up spending Thursday and Friday just building a ton, trying to get it finished because we underestimated his power, underestimated the mock's power of how much we actually had left to get done. So the first day I got there, I ended up, I walked in there, set the mock up, and I think the first person I talked to at Brickworld was Brickwiz Matt, and I had been watching his videos for a few months then. His Crate series, walked up, said hi to him. He was really nice, awesome. And then Peter Spartan Bricks, I met him too. And then I started meeting everybody else, from Phoenix Squadron, the lug or the group I'm at on Instagram, and I met all the other Rebel Lug guys, Danny and all those guys. Every single person I met there was, like I said earlier, amazing, awesome to finally meet everybody. It was awesome. So, what I'm hoping to do next year that I didn't do these last couple years was actually hang out with everybody. I hung out with a little bit of them, like 2017, hung out with Lieutenant Curious for a couple of those days, and some other people. And 2018, my friend and I just worked so hard on the mock. We didn't really get to hang out with everybody, and that's something I kind of regret. So hopefully this year I'll be able to actually hang out with everyone. Hang out in the hotel room and all that cool stuff. So we're trying to get the mock done this time so we actually can enjoy the convention and not stress out about trying to get it finished. So yeah, those were the first 2 days. Nothing too special, just a lot of building, a lot of meeting people, which is amazing, like I talked about earlier. Um, and then walking around seeing everybody else's creations were just wow. Everyone did such an amazing job with all their builds at Brickworld this past year. So we finally get the mock done late Friday night. Actually, we get the mock done Friday morning, or not Friday morning, Saturday morning. We were still setting up figures. As the public was coming in, we placed like the last two or three figures, like just as the public got in. So it was pushing its time limit to the end there, but like I said earlier, it was all worth it. So that's kind of wrap up on the first 2 days. Nothing too exciting, just build, 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 and hopefully this Brickworld 2018 I'll actually be able to hang out with some people. So yeah, that's about it. All right, now we are on Saturday, the first public day for Brickworld Chicago 2018. This was by far the best day at Brickworld. Lots of cool things happened. The Beyond the Brick interview happened, and the Beyond the Brick interview happened and never got uploaded. And then the Clonerby Customs deal went down with us talking to him. So I'll get into that in a little bit. But first off, like I said earlier, we were placing the last couple figures right as the public walked in, and I recorded, the countdown to the public. And like I said earlier, seeing all the public come in and knowing what I experienced last year of how much fun it was, I was so excited. And same thing this year as last year. especially at the massive Clone Wars mock we built. All the kids came by. Really, really loved it. All the parents came by. Some of them started asking questions, and that is my favorite thing. Maybe my favorite thing about Brickworld, and one of my favorite things. There's so many great things about Brickworld, but one of my favorite ones, talking to the public people, um, telling them how I made it, what parts I used, how long it took. That's always my favorite part. It's so much fun. And again, seeing all the kids and maybe hoping that the mock that we built maybe will inspire them someday to make a Star Wars mock, or be creative in some creative outlet or something. That's the main goal. That's what I love. So that's all I want to do is inspire people to be creative. So all that public stuff was awesome. Quick funny story. So Danny, you know him as Lego Buff Productions on YouTube. He built a Jesus mosaic, and it was right next to our display. So one kid walked by ours, saw it was Clone Wars. We had Obi-Wan in our mock, and he walked away and he looked at the mosaic and he turned around to his mom and he's like, "Mom, look, it's Obi-Wan." Hello there. So that was, and then after he said that, I leaned over to Paul and I was like, "Truly wonderful the mind of a child is." That's like one of my best Star Wars quotes that I've ever used on the spot. Um, so that was hilarious. Anyway, fast forward to later in the day, we're eating lunch, and we see out of the corner of my eye, I see Beyond the Brick come by, and obviously Beyond the Brick, I watched him for years. It is my one of my goals on the bucket list and dream list was to get an interview from Beyond the Brick. So they come over, they give us we get an interview from them. So we were able to do the whole process of being recorded and getting interview and checking that off the bucket list. I'll try to put a picture. Um, Paul got a funny picture of it as they were leaving and recording it. So that was amazing. Dream come true. Those guys are awesome. Except for they never uploaded our video. So I'm actually really upset about that, just because I it's been a dream of mine to get an interview and they never uploaded it. So I don't know what the deal was. If we gave a bad interview, I thought it was okay, but maybe it was just too bad, or if something happened with the footage. I'm not sure, but I'm really sad about that. Still, they never uploaded it. A, because that's just a dream of mine, and B, I was really hoping to get a lot of people to come over from that mock and check out the Siege of Mandalore mock that we're building for this year. So I don't know whatever happened to it. I guess it's never going to get uploaded, which really sucks. But the good news to take out of to balance out for the video never getting uploaded for Beyond the Brick was the Clone Army Customs deal. So my friend Paul and I were just walking around thinking about ideas for next year, and Clone Army Customs grew up with in the heyday of Clone Wars where their stuff was huge. Um, so we go say hi to him. And we're like, "Hey, Tyler, that's the guy who runs Clone Customs. Would you mind coming over and checking out our muck? We'd love to show you it. We got a couple of your products in it and stuff like that." So he comes over, and Tyler's a super nice guy, amazing. He comes over and we talk to him. He likes the mock, so we just ask him. We tell him about the Siege of Mandalore idea and if he would like to sponsor it. And this was before Clone Wars Saved got announced. So I guess I don't know. I just kind of we were talking about it, and it's something nobody had ever done before, and we love the Clone Wars and the Mandalorian episodes, so we decided to ask him. We knew that he was in the process of making Mandalorian figures. He already had the helmets done and the blasters and stuff, so we asked him, and he said yes, and that was another dream off the bucket list. I never thought we'd be able to work with Clone Army Customs, the thing I always looked up to as a kid during the Clone Wars days, and still do. Tyler's an awesome guy, and to be able to do something like this is just it's a dream. So truly wonderful. And that kind of wraps up day two. World of Lights was at night. We didn't get to do our mock and lights, so just you're noticing a pattern here. Like 5 minutes before they turned off the lights, I was scrambling to put lights in some of the buildings on the battlefield. So don't worry, this year will be a lot cooler with the lights. They'll look awesome. So last year I just had to scramble and put a couple in. But the World of Lights is a lot of people's favorite thing from Brickworld, and it is so cool. So essentially, what it is, they turn the lights off in the convention center, and everyone that puts lights in their mocks turns them on, and it lights up the whole room. So you get to walk by and see all of the cool mocks with the lights on, and my goodness, is it amazing! Just the creative ways that people implement lights, and just seeing the mocks through those lights and not normal lights with the lights off is just, it gives the mock a whole new life, and it is amazing. I don't know if any other convention places do that, but they need to because it is amazing. I hope more conventions start to do that because it is an awesome idea and it is so cool. So that wraps up day two, or not, that wraps up the first public day. All right, so the last day of Brick Road, always a sad day, but the public showed up again on Sunday. Lots of people, so that's really awesome. Again, the same awesome stuff of talking to them about the mock and stuff like that. So Sunday, I also got to meet Xavier. He's X Clones on YouTube and Instagram. He was one of the first people that I really talked to, and where he kind of introduced me to a lot of to Phoenix Squadron and a lot of other people on Instagram. So I always give a huge shout out to him, and I finally got to meet him in person. Um, so that was awesome. Again, just the same stuff, kind of hanging out in the booth area a little bit, talking to. Sunday got talked to a little bit more people, so that was really awesome. That's really what I wanted to do is kind of get to know everybody else better and hang out with them a little bit. So I got to do a little bit of that. Caught up with Life Breaks. I met him. Tyler. I met him to Brickworld 2017. Same with M&R. I talked a little bit to them. So that was really fun. And then sadly, Brickworld came to a close and everyone started packing up. And that is one of the most depressing things is packing up for Brickworld knowing that it's all over and you have to wait another year again, which really, really sucks. But another thing I would recommend is so my dad went with me the first year and he went and he actually got inspired and decided he wanted to build a mock for Brickworld. So we actually worked on Tomb of the Unknown Soldier together. We built that and we took it to Brickworld and he displayed it. And my grandpa also came to Brickworld 2018 and hung out with us and he loved it and my dad loved it and he's building another mock now and he got inspired by all that stuff and my grandpa also had a really great time. So if you can't have family members come with you, that's the main point I'm getting at here. Experience this great Lego experience with family members, with friends, just because it inspires people. And a lot of great memories I have are from Brickworld. And when I talked to my family about it, they had a great time there too. And it's really awesome to think about. So if you can get your family to go, have them go, they'll be amazed at all the awesome builds that are there. So that pretty much wraps it up for the Brickworld kind of video. Sunday's over, Brickworld's over. Um, so yeah, at the time of recording this, we are past the halfway point. We're getting closer to Brickworld Chicago 2019. I cannot wait. The Siege of Mandalore is coming along pretty well. I have a feeling we're gonna have to kind of cram in May. We're gonna have to start building a lot, kind of like last year, where we crammed it all in the last couple of weeks. But that's what Brickworld's all about. Preparing for Brickworld is building in those last 2 weeks and trying to get everything done on time. So that's part of the fun of it. And yeah, just I can't say enough good things about Brickworld Chicago and Lego conventions in general. So if you ever have the chance, please go. If you can, it is just it's amazing. I cannot wait to go this summer again for Brickworld Chicago 2019. It's going to be epic. So thank you guys. If you guys lasted this long to this video, I really appreciate it. I just kind of sat down at 1 in the morning and started talking for half an hour about my Brickworld experience. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you are going to Brickworld this year, please put in the comments. Hopefully we can meet up, talk a little bit, and that'll be fun. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys all have a great day, and may the force be with you always.